Cancelo. Mali coach explains why Spurs midfielder is out of friendly game against Nigeria. This one says Aqua Boss Abdullahi hails players for win against Plateau United. This from the Nigerian Premier Football League. Onyeka to miss Super Eagles versus Mali. Bassi to miss Super Eagles friendly game against Mali with injury. So two players out of that game against Mali. And of course, ex-Bafana captain all this Nigeria defender to switch international legends to South Africa. Still moving on, coming from the transfer market. This one says Finidi, so this time from Nigeria, the Super Eagles are Finidi capable of handling Super Eagles job. This is from Fuludu Edema, the former Nigerian international. Super Eagles will get better and stronger under Finidi. This is according to Chidozie Awazie. And Abedel Insurance congratulate Timininu on Super Eagles debut. That's also down to the Nigerian Premier Football League. We hear Rangers beat Heartland to in Oriental Derby, secure top spot. Aqua United win away. Canopilas end winless streak. Doma United hold Gombe United. That's talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League. Also, we hear West Ham interested in Awoni Taiwo. This coming after we hear that they've been deducted points. Talking about Northern Forest in the Premier League. And Super Falcon star Babajide scores back 3 assists to help Tenerife win and winless run.
All right, we'll move over now to Punch Sports Extra as we continue with the top stories making round in the dailies. And this one reads, long jumper, Brume reveals why she always wins medals in Nigeria, and she calls it a class act. We hear that Man United have opted out against permanent Moroccan midfielder Amrabat's deal. That means after the summer, he will be returning to Fiorentina. Annoyed to return against Man United. Arsenal sweats over Bukayo Saka's fitness following the injury he picked up during the international break. Oshola assists in Bay FC defeat. And we hear that Super Eagles defender Calvin Bassey has been ruled out of the Mali encounter. South African coach plots Super Falcons fall, and Osimhen keen on a move away from Napoli, with Chelsea looking for this player. And in the African Games, time to prepare for Egypt 2027, says Senator Eno. And we hear that Nicholas Jackson proving himself at Chelsea. Is that true? Saints win Australian Grand Prix after Verstappen exit. And we hear that this one is more of a question, says why Auburn is struggling at Lyon. Get your hands on a Punch Sports newspaper to know why our owner Gift Auburn is struggling at Olympic Lyonnais.
Okay, now going to Sporting Live. This one says McTominay is set to land £120,000 a week. Is Man United ready to spend that amount of money for Scott McTominay? Wait and see. Can the Southgate respond to Ben Chilwell criticism? It's talking about the game between England and, of course, Brazil. Fernandez talking about praises Wonder Kick Mino, WTT Water Tennis Champions Series to make French debut in Montpellier. That's coming from that one. I'm still talking more stories from the NPFL. It says Adidas releases iconic Euro 2024 remake ball along with some memorabilia. Man United Boxing Hag held talks with Willian. Is Willian the man that Man United need? Okay, Man City suffers injury blow as Walker forced off England. And of course, the IIHF Women's World Championship Media Tour of Village. Not forgetting, this one coming in all the way from NPFL. It says Zambia Warriors 6 points in Castina. And this one says Wheat nets as Germany's fastest goal in international.
All right, we stop by at a Vanguard newspaper and look at the top sports stories and make it from this local daily. And this one says Guardiola lied, Manchester City ungrateful. Words of Portuguese defender João Cancelo. And Hendrick makes history as Brazil beat England at Wembley. This one says 4 Nigerian wrestlers secure Olympic qualification in Egypt. Laudable on our wrestlers are indeed putting the country in the map of the world. More stories. Ex-Chelsea midfielder Jeremy Njita files for divorce after paternity fraud. Another episode of Fear Women. And this one says Brazil footballer bosses break silence on shameful Robinho Dani Alves rape cases. And England captain Harry Kane to miss Belgium clash. And Sabalenka keeps emotion in check as she defeats Badosa. And Argentina down El Salvador in international friendly. Southgate slams a link to Man United, focus only on Euros. And mother of two who turned silver to gold medal at African Games, Omolara. And this one is already campaigning for Finidi George, as we hear that Nigerians and Super Eagles players alike are screaming, give Finidi the job, over the convincing 2-1 win over Ghana.
Okay, guys, and this is how far we can go. We'll talk about that some more on the show. On the newspaper review, we go straight into the local scene.
News from the local scene.
Okay, let's begin from the local scene. Let's start off from all the way from, of course, the All-Africa game that ended at the weekend. We know that it was Nigerian show in the boxing event at the ongoing, the ended Africa Games in Ghana as the country representative won 8 gold medals on Friday. On the last day of boxing action, Nigeria boxers recorded resounding victories in different categories, winning 8 of the final 10 finals they qualified for. While the women landed 5 gold, the men got 3 gold medals. The 5 golds, we look at Jacinta Unakwa, it's 1 kg, Blessing Orakwe, 70 kg, Cynthia Augusto, Milori, 60 kg, Patricia Mbata, 75 kg, and of course John Nene Ojo, 57 kg. For the men, you have Ifanyo Onyekwere, 92 plus kg, Adam Alori, 92 kg, and Omole Dolapo, 57 kg. The only silver medal winners in boxing are Shukura Karim, 54 kg, and Zainab Additional, 50 kg. Meanwhile, we know that Team Nigeria maintained second on the table. They got 47 gold, 35 silver, and of course 43 bronze. Egypt, come on, were top of the table, over 98. Over 98 gold as at then, but before the end of the tournament, it did have 91 gold, 36 silver, and 31 bronze. That's how it looked like, I tell you, from the All-Africa game. So, not the best of result for Nigeria, finishing second at the All-Africa game, but they say all is well that ends well.
We did discuss extensively on the All-African Games on the show, Sports Soccer Board on Saturday, where I was much more empathic for the team Nigeria. But come on, we know that this team actually participated in fewer sports compared to their Egyptian counterpart. But all actually went well for the team in the sense that games like the boxing, wrestling, weightlifting, athletics, and the likes, we topped the medal table. In fact, we were ranked number 1. But for other sports that Team Nigeria did not participate in, that was where Egypt actually took more medals home. But having said that, you look at boxing where we swoop 8 gold medals. Indeed, it is laudable. All I want to see is a transformation from the All-African Games to the Olympic Games, where Nigerian boxers start taking their rightful place in the world, as well as other games. You look at the women, you look at the men, that we are on the podium table as a gold medalist. Good one for Team Nigeria. Hopefully, just like the Senator says, Egypt 2027 preparation has started already.
Let's give kudos to Egypt, first team to break the 100 gold mark at the All-Africa Games. What a tournament it was for them. In total, they won 103 gold medals for them. Absolutely fantastic coming from Egypt, and the way they showed class and quality during the games.
Well, you look at the map of Africa, Egypt is at the top, the northern part of Africa. So you can actually tell that this team prepared really well coming to Ghana, from the track and field down to the beach, down to the waters, even to the rings, as well as to the mat. We need to give the Egyptians the kudos that they deserve. Give them their flowers. Indeed, they have shown that they are not at the top of Africa in terms of location. It's not a fluke, but come on, you need to give honor to whom honor is due, and we must congratulate Egypt.
And then kudos to our wrestlers as well. Far away at the African Championship, we heard that 6 of our Nigerian wrestlers have secured the Olympic qualification tickets to Paris 2024. These athletes include Odunaya Adekoroye. We know her very well. She secured that from 57 kg. Others has her own Blessing Oboro Dudu. She booked her place with a 2-0 pinfall win over Ulao Takong of Plalau. This is 8 kg. World Military Champion Hannah Ruben in the 76 kg pipped Amiyon of Cote d'Ivoire 6-0 to secure Olympic squad. Esther Kolawale also did that. 10-0 superiority over Rodriguez Miranda of Cape Verde. And of course, Christiana Ogunsoya, 53 kg over power division, Sama Ati Barakat. So, and earlier, late yesterday as well, one I like to say American Nigerian, talking about the American born player. Absolutely joined up, winning that one. He produced a superior display to overpower South African Justin Van Viel, 16-8 pin for to secure the Olympic ticket.
Just like Kenyuin, when we had the likes of Delta UK born Kenyua, who qualified the Nigerian team for the first ever Kenyuin event in the last Olympic. Here is another Nigerian American born Plateau State wrestler, talking about Ashton Motua. Wherever you are you in Seychelles, are you in Brazil, are you in Belgium, or maybe somewhere at North Macedonia, you are not given the opportunity to participate in the sport that you like, come to Nigeria. The field is very, very wide. You can actually come down here, qualify and represent the nation, yes, in the Olympics, because as Sport Bishop, I can tell you sport is vast. But of course, kudos to our wrestlers. Indeed, they have shown strength, they have shown power, they have shown tenacity, they have shown professionalism, and you can tell securing an Olympic qualification, this is indeed laudable. Just like the weightlifters, the wrestlers are also good.
Also, we know that the volleyball, Africa volleyball, on Sunday released the ranking for the men's beach volleyball event. Nigeria were ranked 12th after winning 3-1 in the group stage. They lost their other 2 games again, but they qualified to the last round, but they were beaten by Ghana 3-1 in the quarterfinals of the All Africa Games. Now they are ranked 12th, but we know that Morocco, South Africa, Botswana are in the top 3. Because of time, we have to run. Now let's go straight as well. Quickly, this one is coming from CAF. They have denied that the African Cup of Nations will be held from July 20th to August 16th. According to the General Secretary talking about Veron Umba Mosengo, he said, yes, the next Afcon will be held in Morocco, but the date has not been fixed. Because like we're saying, they have agreed with FIFA because of the Club World Cup. He says he doesn't know about anything about it. All he knows is that Morocco will host the next Afcon and it will be held in 2025.
One thing we know is the year. Another thing we are very sure is the venue. But the time frame for the Afcon, we are not told yet in terms of the final announcement. But one thing we also know is that our Afcon, that is our own World Cup right here in Africa, is usually held between January and February. But for a fact that there is this uncertainty as to when it will be held, either in the winter or in the summer, that means that there is something that CAF is not telling us. But how they are looking at the monetary aspect, they are looking at synchronizing the time with FIFA's calendar. But it really shows that there's an undertone to these things. Yes, reports have been flying. Oh, it will be held in June, July. No, it will go back to January, February. But one thing we know for sure is there is something that only time will help us ravel. For now, let's keep our fingers crossed on the time, especially when it will be held.
And now to the Nigerian Premier Football League, where Kano Pillars defeated Sporting Lagos by a goal to nil at the Sani Abacha Stadium on Saturday to end their barren 5-winless streak. The hosts got their goal through Mustafa Umar. Umar started the ball in the net 3 minutes after the break. Pillar moved to 6th position on the MPFL table following the win. For Doma United and Gombe United, they battled a 1-0 draw in the derby at the Pantami Stadium. Gombe United took the lead through David Unaji in the 12th minute, but Musa Usman equalized for Doma 4 minutes from the hour mark. Other games played this weekend. We saw Rangers International secure top spots in the MPFL with a 2-1 victory over Heartland at the Oriental Derby in Aba. Also, we know that for guys who we also know that Emmanuel Onyebuchi put Rangers ahead 8 minutes before the break. In that encounter, the visitor doubled the league through Kalu Wake in the 54th minute, and that's how they won that one. Lobby Stars dropped to second position on the table after they were held to 1-0 draw at home by Bayelsa United. Bayelsa United must indeed be smoking. Chinedu Chukwu gave the home team the lead a minute after the hour mark, but Bayelsa rallied back through Kainde Lawal, letting the equalizer 11 minutes from time. In just Aqua United recorded their first away win of the season, courtesy 2-1 victory over Plateau United. Cameroon defender Gorom Mchua opened the scoring for the visitors in the 10th minute, while Sunday Anthony equalized for Plateau United from the spot 13 minutes from time. Sani Suleiman, however, netted the winning goal for another penalty in stoppage time. Holders Emba fell to 2-1 defeat to Kwara United in Lorin. Emmanuel Obule scored both goals for Kwara United, while Ikenna Okopa was on target for Aim. But Remo Stars boosted their title chances with a 2-0 win against Bendel Insurance in Ikene. Olamileko Adebayo had the Urana both for the goals for Sky Blue Stars. Full result: Katsina 2, Abuja Warriors 1, Atlas 1, Enugu Rangers 2, Lobby Stars 1, Bayelsa United 1, Plateau United 2, Eimba 1, Plateau United 1, Aqua United 2, and Remo Stars beating Bender Insurance by 2-0. In the other games played, we told you as well, Doma played a 1-0 draw with Gombe United, and Pillars beat Sporting Lagos. Yes, I'm not mistaken, Sporting Lagos by a 0-0. But to me, the biggest winner has to be Aqua United going to Jos. Strong Jos to get a 2-1 victory.
Of course, you can call that your own biggest game for the weekend, but mine is not actually the game between Plateau United and Aqua United. Look, I told the coach, Christian will be coach of Atlanta FC, that look, you don't need to celebrate after that 17 winless run. Eventually, you won and you celebrated too much. And yeah, he is rather been defeated by Enugu Rangers 2-1 right there at home, and that win for Enugu Rangers took them to the top of the table after Lobby Stars were being held by Bayelsa United at home, courtesy of a 1-1 draw that Bayelsa United had to pick in that one. So it leaves at the NPFL table again open for another team to go top at the apex of the league table. But then you look at Bendel Insurance again, win today, lose tomorrow, draw next tomorrow, come back to lose, and then you win again. 2-0 defeat to Remo Stars away from home. Coach Monday Odigi, I wonder who he will be blaming this time around. It seems that the game between Plateau United and Aqua United, indeed the second away win in that one after the game between Heartland and Rangers ended 1-2 in favor of the away side. But all in all, the NPFL match day 27, it was indeed a no goalless draw this week.
All goals were scored in all venues.
And the bookers will be happy.
Absolutely. Anyway, it's no news that Nigeria beat won their game against the Black Stars of Ghana in a 2-1 victory. Serious deserves, and of course, not forgetting Adama Lukman both on target. He will be with the assist for the second goal, despite the late penalty by Jordan Ayew to ensure that game ended 2-1 at the Grad de Marrakesh, far away in Morocco. But we have to hear from the coach anytime from now. But let's let you know that Onyeka, Frank, and of course, Calvin Bassey have both been ruled out of the game between Mali. Both of them picked up injury. For Onyeka picked up the injury in the 2-1 win. For Bassey, he didn't even feature at all, so he wasn't fit to even play, and has returned back to their base. Both of them to their base in England. Before we come to the coach, how big is these two players for? How big a miss is this to play for the Super Eagles?
Calvin Bassey, of lately, he has developed himself to be an important defender for the Super Eagles. Very versatile, a player that can play from both sides of the fullbacks as well as a centre-back position. If you need him to be offensive in some matches, he can give you some offensive positivity up front. Of course, it's going to be a huge one, but we all know it is a friendly and not a crucial crucial game. But of course, accolade everywhere from Bendel Insurance, his former team here in the NPFL, to his team in Tanzania, to Africans as well as past coaches. One man, Ekpo Odo, was full of praises for this young man. He just fits into the Super Eagles like a player who have been playing for the Super Eagles for a long time. But all in all, I want to see new faces, just like Finidi George spoke to us on Saturday on the show. He said that, look, it's going to be a new set of players that will prosecute the game against Mali. So he has returned back to his base right there in England, Fulham. Good one. Indeed, it is. We want to see a new Super Eagles all in all against Mali. New players, new philosophy, new tactics, new legs.
Okay, let's hear from Finidi George speaking after that victory. And this is what he had to say after that one. Let's hear from him.
The first time Nigeria is winning Ghana since 2006. It's been a long time coming, and it just had to be you, Finidi George, the man from Port Harcourt. Hey, home soil history. How do you feel? How excited are you?
I feel happy. It's not easy. We know the rivalry between Nigeria and Ghana. So, coming here to win this game is a good one for me.
Yeah, coach. Okay, sorry, coach. Interestingly, you still kept the formation at the Afcon that your previous head coach held. So what really make up that decision for you?
It's just we didn't keep same. I think we played with 3-5-2, but in the Afcon you see it's only OSENI, and we felt he was doing so much running alone. So at least I wanted some other player to do that. That pair at least will help. So we could see once a player gets the ball.
That was the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Finidi, just speaking, talking about how he changed his formation, wanted help for Victor Osimhen, and he got help at the end of the day.
Of course, he said he played a 3-5-2 formation, and this formation seems to be suiting the Super Eagles very well. Victor Osimhen in the Afcon was, according to Sport Bishop, a defensive striker. we saw him giving us some defensive vibes instead of the offensive vibe to which we know him for. But all in all, Sport Bishop, it was a compact football, especially for the returning Wilfred Ndidi. It was a balanced midfield where Alexi Iwobi had a very field day. He was just running riot all through the midfield, distributing the passes, helping defensively when he can. But Victor Iwobi was a delight to behold. And look, when Ademola, when he came in to change the attack, and it resulted to a goal.
Quickly, because come on, Victor Osimhen, we hear he's about to sign personal deal to join Chelsea. A lot of reports coming, especially from Italian journalist Rudy Galletti. He said the man is wants to join Chelsea, and is about to secure a deal over his personal term.
You see, at this time of the season, news will fly, definitely. But somebody will say, if it's not coming from Romano Fabrizio, do not believe it. But Sport Bishop, you look at Chelsea. Chelsea at the moment needs Osimhen than Osimhen needing Chelsea. If he goes to Chelsea, trust me, it will be a downgrade for his career. Not because Chelsea is not a good club, but at the moment, Chelsea do not have what Osimhen needs. Osimhen is miles ahead of Chelsea. At the moment, Chelsea, for me, has gone 10 years backward.
Okay, now to the foreign scene.
Let's take you to the foreign scene.
Okay, well, on a crash course, quickly, let's start off from the Miami Open where Andy Murray suffered dramatic 3-set defeat to Thomas Maček. He lost 5-7, 7-5, 7-6 in that encounter where Cameron only lost to third seed Daniil Medvedev 7-5, 6-1. The women category Koguf also progressed to the last 16. She won her game comfortably, 7-6, 7-5 against four-time major. She won her own game, I beg your pardon, against the 20-year-old who provided a massive response, but she beat her. She now would face Francis Carolina Garcia, who beat Japan Osaka 7-6, 7-5. Just Gula beat Leila Fernandez 7-5, 6-4. She'll play Emma Raducanu, who also Emma Navarro, who beat Jasmine Paulioni 6-2, 3-6, 6-love. Russian Dara Kaskina is out. She lost 7-5, 6-4 against Sorina Christie. And also know that Katie Buta reached the Miami last 16 by beating Beatrice Adamia, with Victoria Azarenka of Belarus up next for her. Okay, for Formula 1, we know Fernando Alonso has been paralyzed for 20 seconds potentially due to dangerous driving. That was after that clash between him and, of course, Mercedes George Russell. Talking about the Formula 1 properly, we heard that Carlos Sainz led Charles Leclerc to a Ferrari 1-2 in the Australian Grand Prix. In that encounter with winning that one, it was a clean sweep for Ferrari. They won that one 1-2. I tell you, in that encounter, nobody could stop them. In that one, Lando Norris finished in third in that one. And then quickly, guys, the game between England and Brazil came and gone. England lost, and now we're hearing that players are pulling Harry Maguire, Kyle Walker out against the game between Belgium. But I think Brazil showed quality at the Wembley Stadium.
As much as you would want to not mention Brazil, I will mention Brazil. Hendrick, what a player, Sport Bishop.
Because the youngest player to score in a senior match at the Wembley Stadium.
From Pele to Ronaldo to Ronaldinho to Rivaldo to Neymar to Vinicius Jr. And now we are seeing a 17-year-old Hendrick who came in as a substitute, and changed the complexity of the game. We must give it to this Brazilian team. They actually held England to a very pulsating game. But then it was Kyle Walker as early as in the 18 minutes in the first half. He was taken out injured, and Harry Maguire also ruled out for the game against Belgium. But the likes of Phil Foden, the likes of Rico Lewis have been promoted, especially Rico Lewis, to the senior team, and these guys will make their debut. But Conor Gallagher of Chelsea, he was symbolic on the 9. Terrible player, I must say. I do not know if it was the Brazilian hype, but then he wasn't that player that we saw in the Blues shirt for Chelsea. He was abysmal. But then we must give it to Jamden, Sport Bishop. Jamden was impressive impeccable. As early as in the 7th minute,
scored
it was
the
Florent
first-
Wirtz.
Wow.
Florent Wirtz of Bayer Leverkusen. What
Absolutely.
a cracker of a goal. And Kylian Mbappe, he seems to be the only spark in the French attack. But then Germany now to show that defensively, midfield to the attack, we are back. I saw the attack of Jamal Musiala, Toni Kroos, Joshua Kimmich, Serge Gnabry. It was that Germany national team that
Julian
we used to know.
Nagelsmann is working.
Of course, he should.
And Kai Havertz.
It should.
The come on, they are
Honestly,
come on.
these guys are doing so well. Kai Havertz, he was helping defensively. I saw a Kai Havertz that I used to know in Germany compared to the one we know in England. He was strong.
Don't make it look like he's not doing bad.
Come on, he's good in Germany. Defensively, he's terrible for Arsenal.
Anyway, guys, we know that there's still a game to come in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Nigeria Tornadoes start that game for 4 p.m. USA beat Mexico 2 at the CONCACAF Nations League final early hours of this morning. And of course, Puerto Rico lost to Belize by 3 goals in the international friendly. More friendly will come today with Gabon, Guinea, Cape Verde in action. But we'll bring that to you exactly 4 p.m. during the Sport Lounge. Fine, boy. We're
Just
done.
keep the data with us on the show Sport Lounge at 4 p.m. We'll be back to talk more sport. The time is far gone.
Yeah.
And the news around Abuja is up next. But from us to you,
We're
you're
done and we are gone. God bless.
No stress.
Adios. Bye for now.